Hey folks, I come to you today to admit something that I did, not necessarily videos that I like to do. It could have been a lot worse, but thankfully I caught it pretty quickly. So today I've got my little hypoboa out. Leo is the name of this little guy. I'm not 100% sure if it's a male or a female still to this point, and I've tried sexing it, but it's very difficult to tell. But so we're still going with he's a male, Leo. And so I want to admit to you what I did, and I'm really hard-headed, and I know some things, doing the things that I do, that they could go south, or not be the best situation. But until I experience them, I'm like, we'll just see how it works out. And when you have something that's precious and that's a part of you, and you value greatly, a little life, you need to make better choices. I need to make better choices. But with that said, I just want to explain to you what happened. And I don't have a real exciting background or anything to do other than just to hold Leo and talk to you about what happened. So here's what happened to get to the point. I had taken the top off the little cages that I have in past videos that you've seen, and I took Leo out of his bottom glass cage, and I put him up top with Manny. Manny was hiding all day in his hide, dark spot, hadn't seen him all day. So I put Leo up in the top cage and put him right there. He was roaming all around, and when he roams around, they're hungry. When they're roaming around, they're hungry. When they're not hungry, they go and hide and just sit still. So I was like, well, I'm going to get a mouse out for Leo, and thaw the mouse out and put it in there, and hold it, let him eat it, or let him catch it, and then wrap around it. And I was looking in there at Manny, and I was like, Manny's fine. Manny didn't even have a clue. But so Leo was wrapped around his food and soon going to, consume his food. And so I left the room and went in and did the kitchen and did some other things. And then I was about to go get some food. And I was like, well, I better just go check on Leo and make sure he's eating his food and everything's good. I come in there and they are wrapped around each other. Manny and Leo are in a ball. And Leo is about twice as small as Manny, so Manny is twice as bigger. Manny's quite a bit more substantial than Leo, but Leo had Manny in a chokehold, and Manny's head was all contorted and wrapped around about the end portion of his body. And they were rolling around and struggling. I was like, oh my gosh, geez, crap. And so I reached in there. I have a lot of experience, and I'm not real faint at heart when it comes to emergency situations. I just react. So I immediately grabbed him, separated him, and Manny, his teeth were sunk into Leo in the back portion, and Leo immediately let go. And then I pulled Manny off, and I was like, geez, I hope it didn't mess any of them up. And Manny's teeth were stuck in Leo. When I pulled them off, I was like, pook, and I was like, oh gosh. And so I've looked them all over. I can't even see where this has happened. No scars, no bleeding, no nothing bad happened. And thank goodness, thank God. I think I pray that the Lord leads me to be alert and to see to my reptiles and my animals, and see to myself, because if I don't take care of myself, I can't take care of my reptiles. And it's going to be very easy for me to get sick or get unhealthy. And then that situation, I can't take care of my reptiles, and I got to get someone else to take care of them. So, prayers for myself to be alert. And thankfully, I was alerted to go back in there and check on them. And it was really, really shocking to see that. You don't want to see your animals fighting. If you have two dogs and they're in a dog battle, in the backyard, and biting each other, and you're like, whoa, stop, and you're like, oh, geez, no eyes were scratched or cut. Nothing was damaged. I mean, it looked a lot worse than what it was. And so they had dropped the mouse and were battling to show superiority maybe. And little Leo here I seriously had Manny wrapped up and in kind of an awkward hold where Manny looked like he needed help, and that's my Nicaraguan boa. This is a hypo boa, so it's a mix of different boas to get a specific color. And so little Leo held his own, but Leo was pissed. Leo, when I separated them, and I immediately put Manny back in the bottom cage and was like, "Get in there, you bad boy," because he obviously instigated it. But they're always hungry, man. I can feed these things, and 3 days later, they act like they're starving. So I put Manny in the bottom, and I got Leo. And Leo is the easiest, most chill snake. But Leo was pissed. And I was like, oh, sheesh, man. I hate it when they get, don't feel safe and they get defensive, which is almost never happened. But Leo was pissed. And he wasn't having it. He didn't want to have me coming at him, but I did anyways. I got a little hand rag and put it down on him because I don't like to be bit either. Even when they're this small and their little teeth hit you, it's just not fun. So I calmed him down. I picked him up and I held him. He settled down, and I inspected him. He's got no damage whatsoever that I can see, maybe than just being traumatized. But everything's good. But I learned the hard way that they need to eat in totally separate spaces. And so I'm just bringing you this video because I sometimes just get so relaxed. I just do things. I'm just like, let's see where it goes. But now I'm going to make sure that they don't eat together, because I did not see any problems. But as soon as I walked out the door, and Manny came out and got competitive with Leo and tried to steal his food, and it just could have turned out very, very bad. I don't think Manny's going to eat Leo. Boas are just not the kind of snakes that eat each other, but I don't want anything to happen to this sweet little guy. Is such a sweet snake, and Manny is such a sweet snake, but they just got competitive for food. Even though it was a small little rat, Manny decided he must have wanted that too, and he just got fed. He got fed a medium-sized rat. I mean, a big rat. I was kind of hesitant to give it to him, but he's growing so much. I was like, yeah, I think it's time to step it up. So he had a big, big rat, even bigger than the little bird that I'd given him, or the quail. Quite a bit bigger around, and Manny handled it like a champ and was really happy that he got it. But that was not long ago. So they just eat constantly, and I need to be aware to not overfeed them. And it does look like Leo has just a little puffy cheek right there. But once I separated them and I calmed Leo down, I washed off the little mouse and put it right back down to him and held it and spun it, and he bit it and ate it within 3 minutes. So he didn't have too much shell shock from the incident, but I just need to make sure that I take the ultimate care of my snakes and not jeopardize anything that can happen to them. So most people would say, you're a dummy, you never should have done that. Yes, I know, but maybe someone else can learn from this. Hopefully already that just animals don't do well when it comes to food. But that's my video. Thanks for tuning in. Don't grill me too much in the comments. I love my snakes and try to take the best care of them. I'm just a little hard-headed. So thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you liked the video and found it informative, and check me out on future videos as I make them. All right, bye-bye.